XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to our analysis, I was keep highlighting, we can look at this one as a correction in relative to this for one more drop. And even since the price was within this correction, we mentioned we want to see whether this one can turn to a running flat or we are going to look for this. Anyway, okay, for those traders, they get the trade from here. They need to be quite careful. We see the breakout, and now right now they need to watch out within the 1 or 2 hours maximum. If we see it's not moving, we just stick with the trade. For me, I didn't get this trade because I was not really interested to look for sell. All right, and no want to see what's the next. Okay, if there is a continuation, first things you want to see whether the price can break this low following by this one or not. Anyway, if anyone get using this trade, if they put their FIP here, the target they can look for is 0.9, and as a first, and if there is a breakout of 0.9, the next one they can look for is 0.88. All right, if they want to look for target in relative to this as a percentage. But what they would need to look for whether the price can break the previous low, which is somewhere around 0.892 or not. Anyway, we start with daily chart. You want to see what we have. There is no much changes if we refer to our analysis just based on lower time frame as what we expected, the price drop. And again, similar explanation if we refer to my last analysis, whether this is a start of the reversal or we can expect this one turn to flat for one more drop. For sure, this is the best one I'm looking for as a second option. If we get it, because we explained that it can give us better confirmation first in terms of the risk and reward confirmation, and even we can get the more some information and confirmation from the indicators. All right, but it doesn't mean the price cannot reverse from here. Then how we can look for trade if we move to 4 hour chart. All right, if we put back all the lines here, then at the first stage we mentioned we can look at this one as a flat. If this is the flat we're looking for is a contracting flat, that means this is the one is going to retest the previous low. But at this time, so we don't see the confirmation. Continuation. We want to see whether the price, if we're looking at this one as the last wave, we need to see the breakout of the previous low. And this is the way we can look at this one as a contracting, and as this flat is a contracting flat. All right. But how about if this one turned to a more complex correction? How about this one turn to a running flat as a first running for one move up? Then still we need to consider this one as a flat. Then we want to see whether the price, and that's mean it can turn to a more complex flat. Anyway, we are not going to into the details how we can look at this flat. The only thing is whether this is the one is going to retest the previous low or we can get one move up. All right, that's mean if you wants to look for trade, I think the best thing, is better I move to 1 hour chart. All right, if we move to 1 hour chart, if we see the breakout of the previous low and the price retest the previous low, I mean, when I say after the breakout of this one, we refer to this. Then at that time, if there is a breakout of the 0.86, we can look at this one as a contracting flat. All right. But whether we should look for sell or not, at this times for those traders, they get the sell from here, they need to be quite careful. Because how about if this one turned to flat as a first correction for one move up? Then for me, if after 1 or 2 hours, if we don't see the continuation, any reversal from here, I will take it. This is what I'm more interested to look for, because we can expect this one turn to flat as well as a first correction for one move up before we get the next move. Then if we get this one, how high it can go, we need to see whether the price can break 1.02 following by 1.03. This is what we're looking for. All right, that's why for those traders, they get the trade from here, they need to be quite careful. If it's not moving after 1 or 2 hours, they shouldn't keep the trade, because as we mentioned, the third one of the option, we can look for this one as a contracting flat. If this is the contracting flat, we can expect the price have to break the previous low. But if it's not moving, we are not going to keep the trade, because how about this one? If they're internally running flat as a 1, 2, we get one move up before we get the next. And this one can turn to, like, it can extend more. All right. That's why for those traders, they get the trade from here. they need to be quite careful. If there is a continuation, as we mentioned, we can look for 0.9 following by 0.88. And most importantly, we need to see the breakout of this level following by this one, because at that times, the way we can look at the chart is differently. But any reversal following by sharp move flag, we will take the trade for buy. All right. How about if the price continue following by flag? Maybe we can look for the short-term sell, but we need to see. I cannot right now. I won't say, I mean, at this times, I cannot uh, explain about how we're going to look for trade. I cannot see the recommendation because almost we are at the mid of this correction. I don't think the selling after this is good idea. The only thing is for those traders, they get the trade from here. They need to watch out the previous. So the best thing is if the price can break 0.886 or 0.8822, because if there is a breakout of that one, then we can consider this one as an internal flat. At least we look at this one as a 3 waves. Then if there is a breakout of this low, we can look for this one as a contract. If the price couldn't break the previous low, which is 0.86 as a 1, 2, 3, then we can put wolf 1, 2, 3. That means it can turn, we can look at the chart in the different way. Okay. The reason is we need to know about all different possibility, how we can look for second possibility. I mean, if the price doesn't move in our direction, how we can look for the next trade. That's why if the price doesn't move from here, there is no continuation from here, we need to be careful. Then we need to be quite careful about this. Right now, I'm looking at this for the next trade. Okay, if I get any opportunity for buy from here, I will take it, and I'm looking for the breakout of this. How about if the price continue from here? I just let it go. I'm not looking for sell. All right. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. And I need to highlight that any trade within the correction we consider as a short term, and mostly if anyone is looking for buy. If it's not moving in our direction, we are not going to keep the trade. Anyway, if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.